Yo, 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 it's Mark's Tarot. Curious. Cheating. Really, bro. Who's this guy? Hey, Becca, what's up, sweetie? All right? Daddy's here. No need to fear. Daddy is here. Daddy Marky. Oh, Daddy Marky is here. Oh my God, it's Daddy. Daddy. No, I don't want that. No, go away. All right, cool. Yes. All right, cool. She laughing, man. I saw you went live today. I missed it. I was working in the morning, and then I came on later on because it was raining. It was weird because I worked. I didn't work this early because it was raining. Then the sun came out, and I was like, "Let me go outside real quick and do some work." Then I did some work. Then it started raining again. By the time I finished lunch, I was like, "It said you had gone live," and I was like, "Oh shit! Oh well." You must have came on right when I went to work because it said 2 hours ago, and I was like, "Oh well." I missed it. I never knew. Usually you have your schedule, but I know you don't have a schedule now. They were being naughty? Oh shit. Well, I know you like it naughty anyway, so you probably like it. Oh hell no. Oh, you did a free thing? Yeah, that's why I don't do all that free shit. I have a free message. People come in here and get a free message, but I don't have my shit on. I don't have my shit open. You gotta subscribe, and then that irritates them, so they'll leave. Yeah, I don't do that shit no more. I've been doing that shit for 4 years straight. Yeah, I ain't doing that shit. I see people do it on TikTok every night. And you really don't get nothing out of that shit, you be to be honest, like if I go into every psychic's room and ask the same question, you're gonna get 50-50 answers. You're not gonna get the same answer all the time. I guarantee you that. Especially on TikTok, you go on there or even here. On TikTok is easy because you just paste your question and then people are pasting their question, right? And then they're like constantly spamming the room until the person answers it. And then they'll be in the next room doing the same shit, free shit. And then like you're getting free shit, you're getting a free answer, you're getting free stuff, and then the person that's reading you, they're like, no, yes, maybe, come get a reading. Are you here? Okay. Yeah, I'm like, yeah. Or the person will be like, yeah, or whatever. And we're like, oh, would you like, are you interested in getting a reading? My Cash App's available right here. And I'm like, yeah, I don't give a fuck about your Cash App. I ain't got Cash App. It's funny shit. I laugh when I get in there. I've been talking about it all week. I think it's hilarious. I don't know how those people, they must drive themselves crazy all day on there. Blah, 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 answering free shit, trying to get somebody to get a read. And then one lady goes, All right, that's it. There's 14 people in here, and there's about to be only 3 or 4 because I'm stopping doing yes and no questions for now. And I was like, she's already. That's the only good thing she predicted was that she's gonna stop doing yes and no questions, and people are gonna leave. I started laughing like crazy. I said, "This fucking woman." Oh well, to each their own. Well, a lot of those people don't have PayPal. If they did, I'd send them something and see how good they are. All I hear is my dog snoring in the background. I literally just came here 6 minutes ago, and 10 minutes ago I was outside taking her for a walk. Within 10 minutes, she's snoring. I need to find out who sings that song. Kane's been bad today. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Lots of timeouts. There'll be a lot of ringers. I didn't get no timeouts back in my day. I got a backhand, wooden spoon, or the flip flop, or a lecture. Timeouts. I wish I got timeouts. That would have been nice. I got fucking open hand ringers. Whop! Don't you dare slap your sister. Don't you dare pull her hair. Don't you dare call her. Whop! Yeah. My mom had a wooden spoon, or she'll take off her flip flop and throw it at me. I got a lot of cut asses. I was a rebel when I was young, see. I was a pain in the ass. My mom said I was the best baby out of all 4. I slept, no problem. I barely cried. Anytime I cried, I was on the airplane coming back home from Portugal when I was 9 months. She says that was normal because, baby, it's my first flight, so it was weird. She goes, she wanted to like throw me out of the airplane. That's how fed up she was. And she said, otherwise, that you slept really well through the night. You never bothered me to sleep. And then when I was like, getting older, she'd bring out the wooden spoon and chase me. She couldn't catch me though. And then if she couldn't catch me, she'll throw a flip flop at me. I'm gonna get you, you little devil. That's what she'd say in Portuguese. I don't remember getting severely beaten though. That's my parents didn't do that shit. They didn't beat us. Probably a smack here and there or a scolding, like words, threats. He kept running off. Oh God. Looks like he needs one of them leashes. One thing about me when my nephews were young and they were like Caden's age, I'd be like, hey, come back here now. And they will come back quick. All I have to do is say something. Even now. I'd be like, hey, shut up. But hey, cut it up. What I say? I don't even have to smack nobody. I don't have to touch no one. All they gotta do is talk. If they get out of the way, out of hand, that's when I'm doing something. Yeah, because he feels more threatened. So you're too lenient with him, probably. Boys don't listen to the mamas too much. My dad, when he said, "Hey," fuck, I'd jump. I'd piss myself. When my mom say something, I'm like, "Yeah, mom ain't ready for me. She's cool." Anytime I stood up to my dad was when I was 18, good 19, and he was gonna slap me for coming home late. And I told him, if you slap me, I'll slap you back. And after that, he never did fucks to me ever again. I'm bigger than my dad, so he didn't want no parts of me. I wouldn't have hit him anyway, but that day I was like half drunk. I had had a really, really good time. And like I came home late and he was like, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, then he like raised his hand. I was like, look, if you hit me, I'm gonna fucking hit you back. My mom's in the background. I can't believe you said that. I was like, yeah, well, I'm fucking 19. Are you out of your fucking mind? That ain't happening. You ain't slap me. No, no, no. These days are over. And right after that, pretty much like about 6 months later, I moved up. Hey, Ninja, how you doing? Oh, there you go. I don't like doing those things because they're my parents, you know. Even now, like he'll say stupid shit to me, and I'll be like, look, man, don't talk no shit to me. Like my dad, he's a fucking pain in the ass, man. He is such a pain in the ass. He's never changed. Like he's always gonna be that stubborn mule. And like sometimes I call him a jackass and I shouldn't. Like, I try to hold myself back, but he's one of those people who you like I'm had enough. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like you don't fucking get tired of being stupid. Like, or like you don't get tired of like saying stupid shit like I'm 5 years old still. Like he's a very stubborn person. Like he just says stupidest shit ever. And it's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. He's getting 80 years old, so he's getting like worse with like his ways and his sayings and things he says. Like I'm like, look, man, he's not a bad person. It's just, he's not a bad father. He's not a bad person, but he just says the most annoying things in the world. Like he's so negative and so not positive. Like if I say something, he'll be like, "Hey, boy, that's not right." I'm like, "What? What the fuck are you talking about?" And I tell him, "Have I ever fucked anything up around the house? Name one thing." Oh, I'm nice to him. He's lucky he has me. I cut his grass. I do his fucking house. I do everything for that man for free. He should be nice to me, but he ain't. He's a friggin' pain in the ass. Hey, love and life, how you doing? You all right? Oh man, I'm telling you, I know a lot of people my age, like they know they feel my pain. I love my dad. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my parents and everything. But like, I'll tell you a story. I bought a TV, like my dad's TV, it went like it was all messed up, and he's so cheap, right? That he won't go buy another TV. He says he turns the TV off and turns it back on, and the picture stays clear for a little bit before it goes whack again, right? So I'm like, Dad, you need a new TV. Oh, it's all right. It works when it wants to. I don't give a shit. I ain't going nowhere. And then. So I went out of my way and bought him a new TV, and I bought him a bigger TV. He had a 32 inch. I bought him a 43 inch because it fit in the gap. of the bureau type thing, like the entertainment unit. So I bought him this TV, right? So I came there, and he's all looking at me like, "Fuck, Mark bought a TV. Oh, cool." Like, so I first thing he did was be negative. "Oh, you sure that's gonna fit?" He didn't say, "Oh, thanks so much for getting me a TV, Mark. I appreciate that. You didn't have to do that. Is it gonna fit?" I'm like, "No, I'm gonna buy a TV that's not gonna fit, and then I'm gonna go outside of my car and go get a saw and cut the fucking frame open so I can fit the TV in." The fuck you think? Of course it's gonna fit. I measured it before I left. You thought that tape measure in my hand was just for looks? And he's like, "That's not gonna fit." And I'm like, "Okay, all right, pops, whatever. Just sit down and shut." And let me do it, Yeah, I'm telling you, my dad, he's like, now he's just a negative person. Like, he just thinks that everything's wrong. And I just wish that he would like change his aspect on, change his ways, and be more positive. Like, why you always gotta act like I ain't doing nothing right? I'm done everything around here right, you know? No, but he's been like that 20 years ago, Ninja. 20 years ago, he's the same shit. He's always negative. Always like, "Oh no, that's not gonna work. This ain't gonna happen. Why you do this?" And da. And then when he sees me do it, he'll be like, "Fuck, Mark fixed it. Oh shit, Mark did it. Oh fuck. He did it again. Fucker." I told him, I said, "I must have been adopted." I said, "Swear to God, if I didn't look like you, I would have thought I was adopted because I don't know where the fuck you guys got your brains from. But I guess it all went into me." Oh boy, I tell you. My mom's like the same way too. But my mom's more like, the one to say thank you and I appreciate it. You didn't have to do it. And I don't look for that type of shit either. I don't look for no appreciation. I don't really care. I know how they got. Like, yeah, I just wish he was more like positive. I wish everybody was positive, to be honest, not just him. But I've been accepting him for who he is. It's just that he's a pain in the ass, you know? Even though he's my dad, he's still a pain in the ass, you know? And then I taught him how to use the remote control. So, yeah, I know. I'm just fucking around and talking shit, you know me. But um so I gave him the control and I said, "Look, Dad, look, you gotta press this to go to the satellite, this for the cable, boom, boom, bam." And he's looking at it like a dummy, right? He's like, uh, I gotta press buttons. Yeah, just like the old one. It's the same shit. So I told him, I said, "See the buttons in the same place as the old remote. It's very simple." And he just don't get it. So I would say about 2 hours later, I called down there and said, "Mom, you like the TV? It's all right." "Oh, the TV is off because your dad pressed the button and Lord knows how to turn it back on." And I was like, "You're serious or you're joking?" He goes, "No, I'm in your room watching your old TV in your room, in your old room watching the TV because he fucked up the new one. Lord knows what he pressed. He doesn't know. He says it's not turning back on." And I was like, "Well, you just press power. It comes back on." He goes, "Oh yeah, he does, but he doesn't know how to move it to the cable like you told him, and he doesn't want to bother you because he knows you're gonna you're gonna make off." And I was like, "Wow." I said, "I just don't get it, And then when I took a drive, went back down there, right? I went back down there, took a drive. They only live 10 minutes away, so it's not like I'm going out of my way, So I drive down there, I get there, and I'm like, "Let me see the control." And he goes, "Okay." He looks at me, he's like, "Yeah." He's like probably saying, "Please don't say nothing." And I knew like how he is, so I was like, whatever. So I sat down next to him. I said, "Look, I'm gonna write it down on a piece of paper. Press this, press that, press this, press that. Understand?" "Yeah." "Okay, cool." So then he did it. I let him do it by himself so he could see how to do it. I said, I did it. And then I said, no, you do it. So he did it like 2 or 3 times. Hey, Steven, how you doing, bro? Okay, no problem. You can go ahead and ask your questions. So then he did it. And then after like a day or two, he was cool. And now, like, it's been like a whole month. So he's fine now. And he never says, oh, I love the TV. It's nice and big, He kept complaining like every day, oh, um, I think the color's too much. Can you turn down the color? It's too bright, this and that. And I'm saying to myself, you wear glasses, right? And you say that you can't even see my TV, which is triple the size as this. And you can't even see the players with your glasses on, but you're telling me that this is too bright. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, I don't know. It's just not the same. I'm like, oh my God, man. And my mom's like, what are you talking about? It's fine. So I'm like, Mark, shut up, leave, and just go, leave him alone, because he's a stubborn mule. Leave him alone. He'll get over it. And now, like, he didn't even say anything. I didn't even ask about the TV. I just go down. I went down there yesterday because I go there every Sunday to eat lunch, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm watching the TV. And he didn't say one word. He didn't say, oh, yeah, I really like the TV. Thanks a lot, nothing. But my mom, she says it all the time. And I'm like, oh, well, life of my dad. Yeah, he's a Libra like you, see? So that should say something. He's getting 80 years old in September. 80. I can't believe it. He's 80 years old and ain't changed one bit. 60 years ago, he is the same person he is now, just even more stubborn. Oh, he's definitely a stubborn Libra, that's for sure. He's like the most ignorant, stubborn person I've ever known in my entire life. And sometimes I remind him, like, and he'll say, oh, look, I have a problem. I said, man, don't you? And he's like, hey, well, I don't even want to say nothing to you. And he's got an accent, right? Because he's Portuguese, right? So he was like, yo, I think that this doorknob is messed up. You gonna put some oil on this? I said, the oil's in the garage. Just fucking spray it on here and put a piece of paper underneath it. You act like you don't know what you're doing. What, you forgot everything? I don't have no time for that. Just do it. I'm like, all right, yeah, whatever. I said, you paying me? And he walks away. As soon as I say you're paying me, he walks away. That's how I get him. I'm like, leave me alone, man. That's good. I love my dad. He's a pain in the ass, but I love him. It's cool. He gave me a good life. Now I'm giving him a good life by paying for his shit and doing everything for free. All right, how does David feel about me now? He was acting like he wanted attention, but doing weird small things around the house because I've been gone at work, but he stopped doing it the past 2 days. What's going on here? So David's being David. David sounds like my dad. Cool one day, weird the next. I just wish everybody was like more positive, like, and more outgoing and like more adventurous and do things on their own, like, and just like try out shit instead of like asking for like to oil a doorknob or to paint something or to do, like, fucking go on YouTube and figure it out like I do. Come on now. Oh boy. My poor dad. Yeah. That sucks. All right, so the reason why David's acting weird is because he feels kind of sick. I don't know if you know like how he feels, but he feels like kind of sick, and he just feels like nothing's really going his way. Like he feels like he's got bad luck. He feels like he's got to get rid of old problems and make like a transformation. And he's very reluctant on doing more or saying more to you because he doesn't want it to end up in like any type of displeasure, any type of argument, or any time of, stuff like, hey kids, how you doing? I also feel that he feels powerless. He feels weak, and I think that's why he hasn't done anything in the last couple days. I just feel like he just feels weird and feels weak and doesn't know what to do with himself. He doesn't want to like cause any problems, or he's very reluctant in proceeding in doing things. Yeah, he is sick. Yeah, yeah, I can see he feels sick, and he's not like really doing that great. Yeah. And that's good that you're doing what you have to do. I wouldn't even worry about him, because he doesn't like, it seems like he doesn't want to make any effort to get better, and it feels like he doesn't want to do anything to make himself like more motivated and more like it's like he has things going on, and he doesn't know like what to do. And there's a also, I know you said his mom's around him too. Looks like there's a woman as well around him telling him things, and she might also be sick, or also feels like weak and powerless, and like tries to tell him to do things, and like she can't even prepare her day because of him. Yeah, it's like really, yeah, I don't get nothing good, to be honest, Steven. I get like, that you're the only kind, decent person around the house. So yeah, I think also like he's got like some financial stuff going on as well that he doesn't want to admit, or if you know about some financial like loss he's had, or he might have invested into something that didn't work. But how he feels about you is like, he doesn't want to start an argument, and he doesn't want to like say anything to you that's going to cause any indecisiveness. And I just think he's scared to say the wrong thing to you because you guys are on like a good terms. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting like nothing's going good for him right now. But as far as like, how he feels about you, he still feels reluctant on saying too much to you because he knows that he doesn't want to like end up, being mad or arguing. Like, I don't even think he can handle that because of his health and because of how he feels. Yeah. That's why he wants attention, because nothing's going right for him. And like I told you like last time, I keep seeing the same energy, like he's like kind of, not wanting to make an effort, like too much of an effort towards you to say anything to you. Mm. Yeah. Well, I think that he's very like, if he would be honest with you, he would tell you that, he like, I don't know if you guys were ever really really cool. Like, I think you were at one point, you told me. I think he misses like being your friend, like being like, in a friendship that means something. Like, I think he misses your friendship. He misses like, how you guys were cool. and more like together. But he's very hesitant on telling you that. Yeah, I think he misses that. I think he would tell you if he would be honest with you right now. He'll be say, "Hey, look, I miss how we were. I know a lot of it's my fault. I made a bad decision. I made bad choices. I was very hesitant at the time, and I ignored the opportunities. And but at the end of the day, I really feel like he has love for you, like but he knows he would have to change, and he would have to he knows he's been very inconsistent towards you, so he doesn't know how you would react if you were to say, "Hey, look, man, I'm sorry, I miss you. Like, I miss our friendship. Can we be cool again?" And I always see like he wants to, but he's like, I don't know if he's shy or anything, but I don't think shyness is the word, but like I would say more timid because he doesn't know how you're gonna react. So I get hesitation on and ignoring the opportunity. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. Like I think he really misses the partnership and friendship that you guys had. Yeah, he's timid. So I wouldn't say shy, but timid. I would say like he thinks it's a bad decision to like say something to you because he thinks it's gonna turn into an argument, or like it's a bad choice to him to say something. He rather you would say something to him. And that's why he's been doing these things and keeping the peace with you, because I think he realizes finally now that you know the union you guys had between each other was a real friendship. But I think he wants to renew that friendship with you eventually, but he's got to get the balls to do it. And I don't know. He has to release himself from those friends in order for that to happen. So I think that's what he would say to you if he could be honest and open. He would say, "Hey, look, I miss our friendship. I miss how we guys were, and like, I miss all the things we did because the guys I'm around now, they're all a bunch of fucking idiots and blah, 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 blah." Especially if you helped him, like, yeah, exactly. Right. Right. And that's why he knows you're not going to do it, because he's the one that bashed you, right? He's the one who disrespected you. So for him to admit it, it's gonna take too much. I don't think he's gonna. I mean, people change and people do admit their faults eventually, but it takes an honest, decent person to do something like that. But if you're asking that question, that's a good question, and not too many people ask that. But when I read the question, I was like, "Fuck, that's a good question." If he could be honest and open, what would he say? And that's what he would say. So there you go, Steven. That's what I'm getting. So I would say like just allow him to, be cool with you and just be cool back. Like just keep the peace because the energy's low and he's sick. Not meaning that you're supposed to have any sympathy for him after what he's done, but at least you know. All right, I got another donation here from you say, "You can call me David. I have an exam this Friday. Do you see me passing or having to take the exam again?" All right, David, I'll check that for you. But yeah, Steven, I would say like just let it go, like nah, don't talk to him. He has his chances. And if you think about it, Steven, he knows what he has to do. I just think he's slowly trying to get back into your good books. So allow him to like kiss your ass like he's doing and be all cool with you and whatever, not and blah blah blah. Allow him to come back on his own terms, because some people they need to come back slowly and get work their way back because they don't want to really admit that they were the problem. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't want to do that, so it's best to leave them alone and don't make it easy for them. Allow them to come back on their own time. That's being easy enough. That's my advice to you, but you can do whatever you want. But my advice is just to let it be and see, just be cool with him at the end of the day, because he knows he's wrong. So when people are like that, you're supposed to leave them alone, let them come back on their own way. All right. This person, David. All right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Steven, I agree. You're welcome, bro. No problem. And you're doing the right thing. Just sit back and watch and let him, let him come back on his own terms. At the end of the day, you've done your part, and you shouldn't do any more, in my opinion. If I were you, I wouldn't give him any time of day. Just like, be cool with him or whatever, but allow him to, like, be honest. Allow him to say what I just said in the cards. All right, so if you can make yourself known, David, if you can tell me you're here so I can give you your reading because you donated, but I don't see you in the chat. Just say hi or whatever, and I'll answer your question. I just need to know you're here so I can talk to you. All right. Okay. So you're asking about your exam on Friday. It looks like you might not pass the exam. I don't see you passing, but I think you might have to take it again. And when you do take it again the second time, I would say that you're going to pass it after that. And I think the reason why is because, like, you feel kind of nervous, or you feel like you're not going to do it. You kind of feel like you got bad luck, or there's going to be some type of, like, interference by other people, or you just have difficulty in understanding the exam. And then the second time around, you'd be like, okay, cool, I got it now. So I would say on Friday, you might not pass it, and then you'll pass it again you'll pass it the second time or the next time. You're probably going to have to do it again. But to avoid that, I would say study and make sure you can get it done. I think it's all fear based in your mind, I would say that, I feel like you can pass it the first time if you really put in the personal effort. That's what Spirit's telling me. If you really put in the personal effort, then you'll make it. But right now, your mind's telling you no, and that's why you're asking me. And that's what I'm getting here. I feel like you can pass it, and I think you will either way. So if you don't pass it the first time, you'll pass it the second time. Hey, look, I failed my driver's test, and then I went back a week later and I passed for making a silly mistake. So, hey, we all fail to succeed. Failure brings success afterwards. But if you feel that way, if you feel like, you feel a difference, or you feel like you're not going to make it, that's fine. But I do see that you will definitely, pass the exam eventually the next time. Because I got bad cards for the first round, good cards for the second round. But I would say put in as much effort as you can the first time, because you can change this answer. In my opinion, you can change it. And that's why Spirit's saying you got to put in the personal effort. Like, put the effort into yourself in order to pass this exam, whatever exam it is. So they're saying the more effort you put into it yourself, the better it's going to be. But either way, you'll pass it. Probably not on Friday, but eventually you will. Yeah, I would say like, you can change the outcome, man. No problem. I want you to pass and I feel like you can. If you need encouragement, I feel like you will. I don't see why not. But hey, sometimes we fuck up or we make a mistake. It's all good. We're human beings. There's nothing wrong with failing at something and eventually succeeding at it. We all go through it. So don't be afraid of failure. Just don't be afraid at all and try and put in. Spirit says you can do it, but you just got to put in a lot of personal effort. So, but it's telling me you will pass it eventually. Even if it's not Friday, you'll pass it the next time. But let's try for Friday and make it happen. So do your best. Do your best, bro, and you'll be all right. That's all God wants from you at the end of the day is to do your best. I never liked taking exams either. When I was in school, I'm a high school dropout. I dropped out at grade 10 and I still had 2 more years left and I left. I couldn't take school anymore. And I remember like some of my biology exam, I refused to like dissect cats and frogs and shit. And I just thought that biology was a waste of time for me because biology wasn't going to do anything for me in my real life. And I don't like doing things to animals like that. I'm not learning to be a veterinarian, so why should I have to dissect anything? So I pretty much like failed biology. And then I was like, you know what? This is bullshit. I'm leaving. I'm tired of school. I'm not going to be here doing this bullshit. So I left. And now I own my own business and I'm successful and I do a lot of things. And that's it. And I'm not saying that for people to leave school and, do shit, but it's not for everybody. But my sister is a teacher and she's got a master's and bachelor's degree in teaching. She's been teaching for over 20 years. She needed school. So everybody's different. But yeah, school wasn't for me. I had to go. And I went to a Catholic school, and these nuns were the principals and teachers, and those nuns hated men and boys. They catered more to the women, rightfully so, because they're nuns. But yet they worship a man. So, anyway, long story short, it was hell. Now the school's a lot different. They're all gone. But two of my nephews go to the same school I went to. But apparently it's a lot different. So in my day, it was rough. But I don't tell my nephews that they should drop out of school and be like me. I encourage them to stay in school. And I encourage them to get be on the honor roll, and I encourage them to go to college. And my oldest nephew, he's going 21 next week, and actually no, he goes 21 on Friday, and he's in college. He's been there for almost a year. Right? Actually, no, he's been there for 2 years. My bad. No, it's the other one that's going. Yeah, my other nephew's going this September. I got 6 nephews. Two is going to college. The other two one's gonna graduate soon, and the other one's already working. So I got 3 that work. They grew up so fast. They all graduated. So that's good. I always encourage them, even though I'm their idol and I'm their favorite uncle. I never tell them to be like me and drop out of school. I always encourage them to stay in school. And they listen to me and their parents. My mom and dad were pissed at me because they were paying for the school as a private school. And I told them that I never wanted to go there. I never wanted to be there. I wanted to be with my friends in the public school that was next to my house. And they were like, no, no, you're going to private school with everybody else, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, well. I was like, well, at least you ain't got to pay for my school no more. And I'm going to go get a job. Bye. I started working at a gas station as a mechanic apprentice. And I left. I was there at 17. And then 2 years later, I became the manager, the assistant manager. And then I became the manager of the gas station with the owner. And we were a good team. And then he had a stroke. Then his brother took over, and then I left and I went work construction. Then I met this guy. Then I did electrical. And that's what I am now. I'm an electrician. I've been doing it for 20 years. So life changes. Life is different every day. Life, you just keep learning things. The more you learn, the more you earn. So there's always a way to make your life better. You just got to do it. This September will be 16 years I've been on my own. Time flies. Many times I wanted to give up and say, fuck this, and go work for somebody and get rid of all the pressure and the stress that having your own business and the bills. And then, when I want to give up, God was like, no, no, I'll give you some work, keep you busy, shut your mouth, you go work for yourself, keep quiet. God would slap my wrist and say, no, 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 you're not going to give up. Let's go. So every time I was at a lowest point, which was not too often, but there was like 2 years out of the last 16 years that, was pretty rough, where nothing was going my way. But hey, what business is perfect? There's always ups and downs. But I encourage everybody to do what they want to do. Whatever makes you happy, go for it. Thanks, love and life. I appreciate that. But you need people to help you, encourage you, teach you, love you, communicate with you. You need people. You can't do shit on your own. Even though I work for myself, I need my clients. I need work, and I'm very blessed with some really, really good people that give me work all the time. But I had to earn their respect and show them like, I know what I'm doing. Just hire me. And they change with the times, they change with my prices, they changed everything. They always supported me and paid me, no problem. So it's good to have them. And then of course I'm on here. It's another one of my my talents that I have. Well, unfortunately, the younger generation, it's not even their fault. It's their parents' fault. And it's social media and people brainwashing these younger generation. Fortunately, the smart people will show kids that shit don't work and do this and do that. I just feel like the younger generation don't want to work hard because working hard is not cool. But there's still some left here and there. I would say 2 years ago when I did this big job there was this young guy, he was 25, and he said to me, "Oh, you're on your own." I was like, "Yeah." I said, "I started when I was 30, and I'm 46 now." And they said, "I've been doing it for almost 16 years." And he was like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah." I said, "You should start now. You're 25." And he goes, "You honestly feel like I should?" Oh, yeah, Rebecca's twerking in here. Good. Let me see it. Uh, so anyway, she's trying to twerk to get me off my game. So I encouraged him to go on his own, and he went on his own a year later. My friend told me too. He goes, "Hey, that guy you encouraged to go on his own? He's on his own now." I said, "No way." I said, "I haven't seen him." They learn how to drop it. That's your shit. Go for it. Drop it like it's hot. I encourage all the younger generation to do things like I don't want to discourage anybody. I want people to learn. I want people to better themselves. It's like my little angel Becca. She came to me for guidance many times. She calls me daddy, and daddy's here for her anytime. You know, I try and teach the younger generation to find the things in life, the better ways. The better systems. I always try and help, man, because you're right. The younger generation don't give a fuck, but it's their parents' fault, and it's their the mindset of social media ruins everything, unfortunately. Hey, Santina, how you doing, sweetheart? How you been? That's my opinion on why the younger generation is crazy and not really caring. They're on their phones. They're on their phones. They want to. All they want to do is like smoke and drink and go partying. They want to twerk and do all sorts of stupid shit online. Want to have an OnlyFans. Yeah, they're lazy. They want mommy and daddy to give them everything. I that's why I like, I try and show my nephews the way. Like I tell my nephews, hey, go pick up the dog shit, go take out that trash from mommy. Let's go. You know? Your daddy's not here no more, but I'm your fucking daddy now. I'm the man of this damn house. I always have been, even when he was here. And you're gonna do what I tell you to do. Go, let's go. Go sweep up those leaves so it don't go in the pool. Let's go clean this turtle tank. Put that shit away. Don't leave that mayonnaise on the fucking table. Go put that shit back in the fridge. Go put your cup inside the dishwasher. Don't rest it on the damn counter. Put it in the dishwasher. And they're like, I said, don't sigh, mom. You better put that shit in there. Let's go. Then I go in the bathroom. Why does this bathroom smell like piss? This big asshole? The fuck? Come on, man. I'm gonna make you get on your knees and scrub this damn bathroom. I'll be pissing all over the damn place. I fuck them off. I'm hard on my nephews. I teach them. I get into them. I tell them all the time, look, you want to live here? You better fucking start doing shit. Let's go. They're like, fuck me. I don't give a shit. Let's go. Come on, you're gonna help me. Let's go. They don't say no. They know what time it is. Then they give me that. Oh, I'll do it later. I said, no, you're gonna do it now, and then later you don't have to do it. But they don't roll their eyes to me. They just tell me, I don't feel like doing it right now. I got to do homework, or I got to do this, or I got to do that. But I have to admit, they've been very good lately. Now that they're older, they've been helping me out a lot more, and they want to learn. And they ask me like, they ask me a lot of questions. And the younger one, he wants to learn a lot, but the older one, he's like, yeah, whatever. He's not into all those things. But that's how it is. Hey, Madison, how you doing? But yeah, these younger generation, these kids, you know, that's if you want one, Becca, all you gotta do is ask, and Daddy will give it to you. You might get excited listening to that. I can give you a message. I'll give anybody a message. You just gotta ask. Ask and you shall receive. All right. Yes, for my little angel. Even at 30 years old, the rolling of the eyes. Well, you know, some of them roll their eyes, and you know they're a pain in the ass. What can I say? All you need is give them a little poke. All right. Your twin blame says they don't know how they feel anymore. I don't know how I feel anymore. I can't seem to find the right words to say to you. And I feel damaged, like I just can't do this. So there's a lot of can'ts there. Can't do this, can't do that, can't do this, can't do that. Yeah, I knew it was you, Mike, because you always say what up. And I was like, what? I was like, who's Madison? It's all right, bro. It's all good. I think I had it checked. It was just saying, it was like the picture. Yeah, can't get their act together. Kits, I got your donation. And you said, when will I meet my divine masculine or have met them already? Kit, you like asking me the same question in a different way, don't you? Now you're giving me psychic terms now. Divine masculine, really? Divine masculine. You want to call a man a divine masculine? I got another word for him if you want, you know. I'm just teasing. Your divine partner? Mm. I think you should keep the divine out of there. You just say, man, I'm gonna meet my man. I'm just teasing. I'm just talking shit. Just pulling your leg. Oh, nice, Mike. I'm just teasing you kids. I'm sorry, I have to, because I have this thing where psychics always say that divine shit, and I'm just laughing to myself, right? Like, there's only one divine person, that's Jesus. Damn divine masculine, divine feminine. More like a damn fine feminine, or a damn fine guy, you should say, not a divine. Put your ass on a vine. Shut up, Becca. Leave daddy alone. All right. Let me stop talking shit. Yeah, Centine, I'll give you a message afterwards. That's gonna answer Kits' question about her divine masculine. All right. It's telling me that you haven't met the person yet. So your fine mind. Well, looks like going into next year, looks like you'll meet him. But at first, it'll probably be like it'll be indecisive. Then you guys will start talking, and then like he'll be kind of suspicious, or you'll leave him in suspense, like you always do. Like you give these guys a hard time. You want to make them work for the coochie, which is okay. I respect that. So being that you make him work for the coochie and work for your time and your energy and your affection and your attention, he's gonna be like, he's gonna be really confident and looks like a guy that like works with his hands. Like he could be like a salesman, or he could be an Aries. So good luck with that. Aries men are a pain in the ass, but they love hard, play hard. So, but it looks like this person will come to you like not this year, but probably like beginning of next year. Because I got number one, so January. So I would say like it's possible like you're gonna meet this person, but I don't feel like you. Yeah, well, obviously they're going to be if they're the right person, they're gonna be into you. But in the beginning of the whole thing, you're gonna talk, and then you're gonna start to enjoy each other's conversation. There's gonna be messaging, talking, but you're gonna like probably say, I don't know if I can trust this guy. There's gonna be a lot of doubt in the beginning, and then afterwards, it looks like he's gonna like show you like how confident he is, and he's gonna show you like, yeah, I'm your guy. I'm the divine masculine. Let me just check something real quick. Yeah, it's gonna be like yeah. Well, my ass, I mean, my ass is on my chest, but I kind of like, I don't like using the psychic terms, but it looks like this is gonna be an intelligent choice, and the person, I feel like the person is gonna be okay, but it might not like it's gonna be difficult for you guys to be together, like because of some reason. But I feel like this guy can be the right guy, but it's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be difficult to be with him 100% because of his mentality. And like I feel like you guys are gonna get into a relationship, but it might be kind of up and down, and then see how it goes. But to be honest, like I don't see nothing guaranteed, and I don't see nothing like really, really set in stone there. There's like a up and down energy I'm getting with that. Like I think it's more on his side. I feel like you're gonna be game, but so your question is when will I meet him? I would say, going into next year, like from now until like the end of the year, there's probably gonna be some people here and there, but a new energy is gonna be like after like maybe like January, because I got number one. So I would say January that you'll like meet him, and I feel like he's new. He's not somebody you already know, because I didn't get no past energy at all. But the past guys will be coming up probably, you know. Like I tell everybody, in the meantime, work on yourself and just keep building the momentum and keep getting better and better. You know what I'm saying? Just try and do your best. You don't have to be, you know, involved with anybody in order to be happy. You can be happy all by yourself and with your son and with your friends. That is the $1 million question, is and when. And that's like an answer that hardly ever is going to be 100%. And I'll admit it because it's a question I ask every psychic. When am I going to find the right one? When am I going to be, in a relationship, and that answer has never been answered. It's still pending. Believe it or not, every year I ask that question to multiple people, and they tell me, "Oh yeah, this is the year, this is the year," and every year goes by and nothing happens. I meet people and I have chances and shit, but nothing concrete. But that's not saying that it can't happen, because it's my choice to say no, and it's my choice to be like, nah, I don't really want that woman. She's fucking crazy. Well, she's got purple hair, and I don't really like that. New D pending, yeah. My D is always pending on whether or not you want it. Santina, what type of message would you like, sweetheart? Yeah, I don't deal with purple hair chicks. That ain't happening. No offense to any woman that likes to dye their hair different colors. That's just not my thing. Like, leave your hair alone. If it's supposed to be blonde, leave it. If it's supposed to be brown, leave it. If it's supposed to be black, leave it. If you're old and you got grays, you can dye it. It's all good. So you can look sexier. That's fine. But purple and all those other colors, like, leave that shit alone. Please don't do that around me. I don't want to be with a woman looking like some clown and shit. So you can dye it red or whatever. It's cool. But not purple, please. And not like all these blue and all that type of shit. Yeah. Whatever comes out, okay. I'm going to give you a spirit message. How about that? That's what I grabbed right away. I gotta watch how I say grab, because back is here. She likes to grab things. All right. Hold on a sec. All right, cool. All right, I'm on the road tonight. Gotta laugh. Laughter is the best healing medicine in the world. It really is, believe it or not. All right, I'm actually going to give you like the full message from this card, because I like to and I want to, because it's you. Oh yeah, hell yeah. I want garlic butter, not just any butter, Ninja. I want garlic butter. That's my shit. All right, Spirit wants you to breathe. Santina, breathe. Breathe. And this card says, the breath is the vital bridge between your body and soul. It's the connection between the inside and outside, connecting to your universe, spirit, and divine source. The breath permits your entire being of prana, which is the same life-giving force that nourishes everything into the universe. This card is a sign for you to put a stop to those racing thoughts, that sudden flare-ups, the anger, or the worry and anxiety that are robbing you from precious energy. When your body is depleted, it will show signs of feeling tired or unwell. This is when the breath must come first. So where you find yourself saying, why am I looking fatigued or feeling stressed or unbalanced? Stop for a moment and evaluate the way in which you have been breathing recently. And when you ask, we ask you at this time to take a few deep, conscious breaths and allow life-giving energy and vitality to enter into your body. You will survive before you started paying attention to this. Make sure you're breathing a part of your everyday awareness, and eventually you will wonder how you managed to survive. Sure, Ninja, what would you like? You need some icing for your cakes? Yeah, sure. What would you like? What type of icing? You want an oracle message? Okay. So there you go, Santina. They want you to breathe, take your time. Chocolate? Okay. I can do that for you. You like syrup? So yeah, Santina, Spirit wants you to breathe, take it easy. Don't do too much. Don't like overdo it. Don't like, you know, just breathe. Calm down and try not to let everybody's problems be yours. I feel like I've told you that like a million times. But I know how you are, you know. I know you'll be all right. You're welcome. Hopefully that made sense. But I feel like Spirit's always got your back and they're always trying to like make you feel like, you know, that you should breathe and relax and not let people's problems get in your way. I need to take that advice for myself, to be honest. Oh, you're going to be screaming, all right. All right, Ninja, let me see what we got for you. All right, Ninja. All right, Ninja, this is your card. Yeah, that's cool. I have around the world. I have everything: vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, cookies and cream. All right, this card says, do something to improve yourself. Any improvement you make will benefit all of humanity. Do something to improve yourself. Any improvement you make will benefit all of humanity. And you are the humanitarian, the Aquarius. See, so this is our card, see? So do something to improve yourself. Don't worry about everybody else. But my whole thing is do something to do for you. Do something to improve yourself. And as I was shuffling your cards, I can see your dad in the background, and he's like he's got glasses and he's looking like this. And he looks at me and he says, yeah, honest to God. He said, I'm not joking now. He told me something about you in the car. I don't know what the fuck that means, but I don't know if you drive in your car like a mad woman, or it's something to do with you in your car. I don't know. Or maybe he's in the car. Then you're like, huh? He might be driving with you in the car. Spirit loves that, to be honest. Something to do with your car. Something to do with the car, or like he knows something about the car, or he's in the car. Like he travels. I honestly, I had a spirit with me in the car. This girl, she used to come in here. Not a girl, but a woman. She used to come in here, and her dad traveled with me for like a whole week. And I had to tell him, like, all right, bro, you're distracting me now. Like, you know, I don't want to hit nothing. He's like, all right, Marky, I'm cool. I just had so much fun, man. I'm like, all right, bro, it's time for you to like leave my car now. You've been here for like a week. You've seen enough women. You've seen a lot of things, in our travels. It's time for you to go. I had to even tell, I think so. Yeah, that's why he mentioned it. I think he does multiple times. I'll never forget that shit. That was the funniest shit ever. I swear, if anybody saw me looking over and talking to him in the car, they must be, what the fuck Mark did? There you go. He says, I'll tell you what I think he said, to me, because I was shuffling when I heard him. And he looked at me and he was kind of better tell her take it easy in that car. So if he don't like, a lead foot, if he don't like going fast, he probably doesn't want you to do that. But if you want to do NASCAR driving on the highway, fuck it, go for it. I do. You want to be a NASCAR woman driver on the highway, go for it. But he says, take it easy. He probably was with you in the car and he was probably like, this fucking woman driving like a mad woman. He went like that. He goes, I can handle it. I saw him just when I was shuffling the cards, and he said something about the card. Oh yeah, sure, love and life. Anything for you. I gotta watch how I say that. All right, I got this other deck I want to use here. See what I get for you. You're welcome, man. So yeah, you might sense him in the car a lot more. He says he was traveling in the car. I think he'd rather go with his wife though. I don't know if your mom still drives, but if she doesn't drive, whoever drives her, he's with in the car with too. All right, love and life. Let me see what we got for you. Okay. But that makes sense then. Yeah, back I might get mad. You okay over there? All right. She's moving around. My doggy, she's trying to get comfortable. Well, there you go, Ninja. I honestly, Spirit loves going in cars. I know that for a fact. I've done a lot of readings where a lot of spirits in the car. They have nothing else better to do. I gotta watch how I say that though. All right, your card is Love and Life. It says, don't involve yourself with whack shit. Don't involve yourself with whack shit. And it says, go on a whack shit cleanse for a week. It's easy. Make a list of whack shit and avoid it and see how you feel. Examples of whack shit is gossip, comparing yourself to others, drugs, complaining, eating your feelings, eating your boogers. If you really do that, stop it. Like right now. I don't think you do that, but They're saying just stay away from whack shit and stay away from people who do whack shit and go on a whack shit cleanse. I use that word a lot. So that's what they want you to do for a whole week. Stay away from whack ass people, whack shit. Stay away from people who gossip and run their mouths and blah, 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 blah. Don't compare yourself to others. They're not worthy enough. And On the real, I don't think I've ever gotten somebody come for you in spirit, but I guess it must be their turn. But I see a guy, honestly. I see a tall guy, and he looks like, I don't know, I'm trying to see what he looks like now because he came through just now. I kind of want to say, like, he looks like one of them guys from like the Wild Wild West, man. He looks like a guy that was in a fucking movie. But I got a tall guy in spirit for you, Love and Life. As a tall guy, and I don't know, it could be like a grandfather or something, but he's tall. He's like over 6 feet, and like I see him like smoking like a pipe. So it might be like a great grandfather or a grandfather or just like an old dude, an older dude, but he doesn't look old. He looks like maybe 60s, and he's tall and he's got like brownish hair, like and he's got a mustache, and he's got uh, like suspenders, and he's got like a shirt, like a long sleeve shirt, and he seems like he's, I don't know. He just seems like somebody I've seen in a movie before. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if it makes sense for anybody, but it might be for you though. I think that's who I see. Because I was shuffling your cards and he came through. I don't know who that is. And it might not necessarily be somebody you know personally. Could be. And it got like a wooden fence area that he's hanging out next to. He might be like a farm guy or something like that. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I'm getting like little pieces. It's actually two guys. The other guy looks more clean, but a little bit younger. Yeah, I'm being serious. Yeah. I don't know if it makes sense to you or not. Could be somebody you know or somebody that knows you. But there's like an older guy, the guy I described. Then there's another guy next to him that's kind of clean. He's clean shaved, and like it's weird. Yeah, see, he wants you to slow down. I told you, didn't you? See, he's like that. Dad knows best. But yeah, love and life. I see two guys in spirit, but I think they're like father and son or grandfather and father. I don't know. It's hard to tell, but they seem like they were at like some type of farm area or some type of like stable or something like that. I don't see any animals, so it's hard to tell. But I can see the guys though. But these guys are like from way back. Like I would say like in the 60s. That's how these people are dressed. So I don't know if that makes sense to you at all. I have no clue. But I would say these two guys are around you. And I would say, yeah, at least 50s, 1950s, 1960s type of looking guys. So that was like 60 years ago. They probably look like that. I don't know. It's hard to tell, but spirit always shows up sometimes, every now and then. Usually, when I shuffle cards for somebody, a spirit will come by, and sometimes they don't. Like it all depends, really. And that kind of got me fucked up there for a minute. It was weird. You're welcome. No problem. Hmm. Oh well. It's funny. You just said exactly what they said to me, because I'm asking them like, look, don't fuck around. I'm trying to give this person a message, and like she don't know me. So I don't think you know these people, but it's weird though. No problem, Ninja. Every now and then they want to say something. How did it make me feel? Like suspicious, because sometimes I don't know if it's for you or not. So like I have to, like, I don't like saying things to people and then like have them wondering all fucking night and all week, like, about who the hell it is. Like, but I was like, come on, like, just don't come to me unless you have something to say or whatever. But so if it doesn't make sense, that's what he pretty much said. But like one of them said daughter, so I don't know. I don't know who they're referring to. Like your mom could be their daughter, or one of the guy's daughters. So, or it could be you. But if your dad's alive, then it's not him. And if your grandfather's, you know, could be like your great grandfather, because that's a long time ago. No, I'm not. I'm like, I don't. Like I said, I don't really. I wouldn't look into it too much. I would say that they're around, but it doesn't mean anything because I don't get. They're not really saying nothing. They're just telling me, like, they're just sprouting up words here and there. But it was the only reason why I'm telling you, because when I was shuffling cards for you, they showed up. So I'm just asking you if it was for you. But when I started questioning them, I kind of really not didn't get too much. But then she said she doesn't know me. That's what she said. She doesn't know me. So if you don't know, then I would say not even to worry about it. But hey, Steven, yeah, I just got your donation. Thanks. But yeah, love and life. I would say that these people are like really, really like from way back. So they could be like ancestors of yours of some sort. But I would say that they're like on your mother's side, and they're like just saying like, hey, whatever. They're like saying something. So even if, because I asked them, does she know you, so I can describe you, and like they're like, oh, she doesn't know us, but we know her. So I'm just listening to what they're saying, but it's like a father and a son duo, but they're from way back. See, so like When that's why, if you're not 60 years old or older, then you're not gonna know them. So, and if you are, you probably still don't know them because they look like I'm getting 1950s, 60s. They were, like they passed away around that time. So this is going back 60 years ago. So then you would have to analyze like your mother if she's 60 years old. So they could be like they know, your mom or whatever. So you don't need to blur it out all your business on here, but I'm just saying like I see these two men and they're not like bad or anything. They just say they know you. Nothing bad. They just know you. And that's the thing, you know how much family we all have? Like sometimes spirit shows up because I don't ever remember spirit showing up for you unless they did a while ago. I don't remember like getting spirit for you. I think that was like the first time. Or maybe the second, I don't know. Yeah, so that makes sense then. Yeah, because this is a while ago. Yeah. So, yeah, if you're 42, then that's why they were right. They said she don't know me. So there you go. So you weren't even thought of. So yeah, that makes sense to me now. That's why like I don't need you don't have to like put all your business out there or whatever, but those are the people that I see. I know, ask your mom if you want to. Ask your mom if her grandfather or father was told, or like her ancestors were told, because these two dudes are told. They're like over 6 feet. So I don't know if you're told, or your family's told, or your mother's side's told. Because it doesn't matter really, because it doesn't really. I know people who are tall and short and tall and short. Like one of my nephews, they're brothers. One's 6 foot and the other one's 4 foot something, and they're only 2 years apart. So it doesn't matter really. You have tall and short people in your families, but these two guys are tall. So I don't know if you want to look into it, you can. All right. Yeah, but I feel like they're watching over you. Like he gave me the thumbs up. All right, Steven, you can go ahead and ask your questions, bro. I'm ready for you. I'm all shuffled up, ready. Hey, Nina, what's up, sweetie? How you doing? Yo, yo. Every time I get spirit, like I wish I knew their names and shit. My mom was the only experience we had during a live reading 3 years ago. Oh, yeah, I know, Nina. I know, right? I feel you on that. My mom was the only experience we had during a live. So I read for your mom. That's what you're saying. So that makes sense why they would come through that. See, that's why I don't remember. It was 3 years ago. I'm done too many readings since then. But now this kind of makes sense to me. I'm glad you told me that. Hmm. It's interesting. All right. Stephen, you said, what are some positive things heading towards in your life now? Career, personal, etc. All right, Stephen, let me check. All right. I'm getting something to do with that might pass away. You just started live reading. Oh, okay, that was with so and so, like that other chick. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I got you. That makes sense now. That's why I don't remember because I deleted all those logs with her, with that chick. Yeah, so that makes sense why I don't remember. And I'm kind of remembering, but I don't. All right, Stephen, what I would say some positive things coming for you personally is you could be dealing with your mom. I don't know if you talk to your mom or you have any communication with your mom, but I feel like things will happen between you and her. You guys might have conversations. I feel like some things may intensify between you and her, or there could be some conversations or some possible like forgiveness or something. Yeah. So you might hear about them or talk, or they might say something to you, maybe your mom. If you have a sister, it could be your sister. But I do see a lady and she has like light colored hair, like blonde hair or brown hair. But I would say like she's very intense and this person is like sad and lonely and feels like, they should be more sharp or more quick to talk and to be to talk about things. But if you have like your mom is brown hair, yeah, so she might reach out to you. So that's something like that could turn out to be positive. Personally, as your personal, part there. Um, Now I'll give you all the different things. Like, it could be your mom coming to say something to you or like, talk to you about things. Um, Wanting to like talk to you about things. So you could possibly hear from your mom, right? In the next like 2 months or so. Now, if this isn't your mom, then it could be a woman that you deal with on a regular basis. Could be a friend, could be somebody that's Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, just somebody with brown hair or like somebody who has like a quick, smart thinking process, and they can help you like not make mistakes or not, or to give you some positivity. And if you're like contemplating things or you're like going against your decisions, this person will help you make a decision. Like they'll help you and talk to you and be like, "Hey, Steven, look, if you want me to help you with this, I can help you with that." It's a positive thing. You know. Yeah. So she might be contacting you again, or she might be reaching out to you. I feel like it's a woman. And if she's a Libra, then it could be her. So I would say between your mom and this woman, I would say, it could be either of them or it could be both. But if it's a personal thing, I would say your mom, and then if it's the career part, I would say it's this woman. So one or the other, you're going to hear some type of positive news through the one of those women. Um, I would say you're going to deal with a positive woman or a positive like situation with a woman regarding not making a mistake, getting over something, talking about things. Um, it's like a personal gain to speak to this person. And I feel like that's going to happen like between now and August. That this person is going to be like a positive influence for you. You have a sister you never met. That sucks. Yeah, so it could be your old boss. I still get communication with a woman. I get it again. I asked to clarify that, but it's something like I feel like it's gonna be good communication with this woman, and it's somebody that left you in suspense, or you're suspicious about this person like contacting you again or talking to you again. But like things might not have been worthwhile between you and this person, but I feel like they're gonna contact you and kind of make peace. So that's the positive thing that I see. It's you and this woman like reuniting or talking or making peace, or like leaving you in suspense or something like that. But I feel like when you talk to this woman, you'll be happy. Like it'll be an enjoyable conversation, and it'll get you. It could also be like they might offer you like a living arrangement, or giving you something worthwhile to be a change, like so you get out of your old way or your old system of what you're doing now. So this person can be very like influential in a positive way, because you're asking me what positive things are coming. So this person can help you in a positive way. So I would say it could be with like a job or a living arrangement, and making like a worthwhile change. But it's up to you though. This person I think will offer you that, but it's up to you to take the challenge or take the offer. Not even like an offer, but like just to like make a change. Yeah. And this woman could be like single, or she could be like a widow, or she could just be like alone. But she's smart though. She's a smart cookie. She knows what's happening. Doesn't have to be, but I'm getting more smartness than anything. Could be unfinished business, like unfinished things, or like that person could be very like regretful that they had to let you go. Yeah. Yeah. How long were you there, Steven? Were you there for like a long time at that job? That could be another reason why you dream about it. Because when you're at a place for a long time, it's hard to get over like the if your mind is still on it. Especially if you were there for more than like 3, 4 years, 5 years, then that's why it could reoccur in your memory. About a year. Okay. Manager didn't like me. Mm. Right. Or as long as you get along with your boss, the hell with the manager. Yeah, it's still awkward though. Oh, that's none of her business. A lot of people don't like tarot and like that shit, but I don't, people shouldn't be like judging people for what they like. They should just like them for who they are. But unfortunately, there's stupid people in the world. All right, I got the same woman again. So I would say that this is definitely her, because you said she was a Libra, right? So I got the Queen of Swords again. Um, So it came up again. I shuffled like crazy. So what I'm getting here is the reason why you're thinking about her, because she's probably thinking about you the same way. She probably misses your presence and misses, like, the fact that you're gone. Um, she also thinks that, like, how you're if you have no contact with her at all, then the reason you dream about it is because she thinks about you. So like the telepathic energy gets kind of transferred. And that's what I tell people. Sometimes you dream about people because they're thinking about you. They're not necessarily dreaming about you too, but they're thinking about you. So like that energy gets transferred, and then you start to, like, think about that person or dream about them. Like she wants to know, like, if you're okay, if you're sick, if you have problems, if you have like some sort of obstacles. Like she wish she knew how you were doing. So if you have no contact with her, that's probably why. And even if you are in contact with her or you have talked to her recently, like she wants to, like, make the manager disappear and, like, possibly, like, want you or wish that you were back. But she knows that that's, like, not on the table, but she kind of, like, thinks, like, what if Steven was still here? Like, at least it would have been better for me, because of this idiot. Like, everything went bad or whatever. But I think it's her against the world. That's how I feel. Like, that's how she feels, like she has nobody on her side. So if you haven't talked to her since she let you go, that's probably why you're dreaming about her, because she's thinking, like, if Steven was here, I would have been all right. So if you had like a decent friendship or like job related friendship and you had her back, and you guys were cool, she feels like it's her against everybody still. Like the people around her, if there's like two guys and a woman around her, right? Like when you were working there, then she feels like those people are shit compared to her. Like they're not doing what she does. So she's probably like, I wish I had Steven here because at least he worked and at least he did his job. And fuck, I had to let him go. But, these people are worthless. That's what I'm getting. Like, that's how she's thinking. And that's what she's like kind of putting in her mind right now. But yeah, she does a lot. So this seems like her. And Libras do work a lot. They're hustlers. Some of them, obviously. But she's wondering about you, like she's thinking about you, like wondering if you're okay, if you're sick, because she hasn't talked to you. She's kind of worried about you. And if she was that type of person where she would worried about your well-being, and she had that type of friendship with you, she probably like thinks about that, and that's why you probably dream about her like that. And the reason you dream about that job is because you probably still want it, or it's a job where you might feel that I'm better off without it now, or I wish I had. But I see like people around her that probably remind her, or you get reminded about that job, so that's why you dream about it. Our dreams can mean a lot of things. I can be here all day, you know. But if it makes sense, then I would say it's that, because honestly, like I'm not a dream analyst or anything, but my dreams are so fucking whack. It's real. It's unreal. Like I have like the craziest, stupidest dreams in the world. But if it makes sense to you, bro, then that's what it is. That's the answer. But in my case, I don't. My dreams are like I see people, but I don't know who they are. I don't know what they want. And then sometimes I see people, but I don't like. They don't talk to me, but I can see them, but they can't see me. And in the dream, I can't see myself, but I'm in the dream looking at everything like in real life. My dreams are hilarious. What I never dream of is things that I want to dream of. But we won't go there. I've had a few psychic dreams where I was pulling cars for people and shit, but that's about it. But like people that I like or people that like, I want to be around, I don't dream about them. I dream about people I don't like or people from my past. I have a lot of past dreams. I have dreams about the army because I was in the army for 3 years. And back in my day, it was mandatory. I had to go. So um, I have dreams about the army, dreams about trying to get out of school because I hated school. I hated the army. So I constantly have school dreams and army dreams because I never liked those things. You welcome, bro. No problem. So like I always have dreams about army life and school life. And I always have a dream of like trying to get out of there. Like I'm walking down steps, I'm going through doors, and it's like, fuck, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. I can't be here. Like this can't be happening to me again. Because that's how I always felt. Like I always couldn't wait to get out of school and can't wait to get out of army. So like I dream about that shit all the time. Like it haunts me. But I don't really dream about like current people and things like that. Very, very seldom. Like I don't dream about my parents or dead people that I know. I don't really get that too much. Once in a blue moon it'll happen, but not very often. A lot of times I'm driving my old car that I haven't used in 20 years. My first ever car, I still see myself in there. I don't even see myself in my car I have now. So it's weird. Like dreams are so hard to like analyze sometimes. But in that case it kind of made sense to me, but it made sense to you. That's all that matters. But my dreams, yeah, right. I live next to the beach, but I never dream I'm at the beach with some, you know, woman in a bikini and walking in front of me or something like that. That'd be too nice. Or a dream that I got like, all this stuff, or dreaming I'm driving a Ferrari down the road or some shit. I'm always driving my old broken down car that I had. Or I'm driving a truck, because I used to drive a truck back in the day in construction. I always see myself in a white truck that I used to drive. And I'm like going all over the place and I'm like driving. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like a never ending drive. I don't know. My dreams are weird. I'm just glad I sleep. I could care less about my dreams, to be honest. But some psychics, they dream about things and it happens. I used to be like that, but I'm glad I don't have that anymore. I used to tell people I hate dreams sometimes because I remember um, when that Malaysia flight went down and went missing. I had a dream right before, the day before it happened, and I had a dream that like this big airplane, and I was looking at it come across the ocean, and it was doing like spiral movements, and everybody fell out of it, and I was like, oh fuck. I gotta call the police. I gotta call the fire. I gotta call somebody. This shit's crazy. I just saw this plane and people flying out of it, like trying to get out because it was ready to crash. I never saw the plane crash, but like I saw people like flying, like jumping out of the plane and shit. And I was like terrified when I woke up. And then I sit down and watch the news the next day, and they're like Malaysia flights missing in the ocean, blah blah. I was like, oh fuck. I'm like, yep, I don't want to go sleep no more. I'm not doing this shit. Please, spirit, don't give me that. I don't want to analyze what's gonna happen tomorrow. No thanks. No, no. Get that plain shit out of my brain, please. I beg spirit not to give me that fucking gift. Hell no. I don't want that. No thanks. But sometimes it happens. I'll have a dream, and then something will happen in the dream that I can see the next day or the following day. It's kind of weird, but I don't really like that. And that freaks me out. It's like I can see the future in my dreams. I don't like that. I kind of cut that shit off or I deny it. Especially after that day, I'm like, no, 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 no. Mm-mm, not today. You better wake up, buddy. You know what I mean? Love and life. I can't handle that shit. I love spiritual stuff and I love psychic stuff, and not to dream about things that's gonna happen the next day. I don't care for that too much. Even though some people will be like, yeah, that's some cool shit. No, no, no. Not when it's that. Not when it's bad news. I'll take the good news, but not the bad news. Please no. And the craziest thing is sometimes I'll smell shit. I'll smell something, and it's spirit like telling me that they're here, and I can smell them. Like, and I'm like, oh really? You're really doing this shit to me today? And it happens sometimes where I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, no way. I think it was like 3 nights ago. I smelled coffee, and I stopped drinking coffee at night. And I was in here when it was late night, about 3 nights ago maybe. And I was like, fuck, that's coffee. Who the fuck is making? I say nobody drinks coffee in this house except for me. And all my windows are closed, and I smell coffee like super strong. And I had to smell my cup, and I'm like, I don't put coffee in this cup. I only put drink in here. Like, I put coffee in a coffee mug. So, and I didn't drink coffee until that the early in the morning. So it definitely wasn't that. But it was spirit. It was my uncle, because he drinks coffee all the time, and he's always around me, right? So usually I'll smell like his scent or his like aftershave, but like he came through with the coffee because I was talking to my mom about how he used to put his coffee in a bowl, and then he used to like put like a bread roll, like a small bread roll. He would cut it up or like like pull it apart and dip it in the coffee and eat cheese with it. Like he never drank coffee out of a cup. He'll put it in a bowl with bread and he'll eat cheese with it too. And every time I always remember him doing that. My godfather, my uncle, he passed away back in 2001. But he's always around me though. He was like my second dad. So every now and then I smell him, or like a medium would tell me he's around, and I'm like, yeah, I know. I don't mind him around. He don't bother me. But the other day, like he literally came through, and I was like, look at that shit. So I get like the sense, the smell sometimes. I get the smells every now and then. So it's kind of cool. I like that. I don't mind that as long as it ain't freaky, crazy shit. Like, yeah, yeah. Certain things, certain psychic stuff, I don't like. I turn it off. Like I'm like, no, no. I appreciate you giving me that, but no, no, that's okay. The dream part, I don't want. I don't mind smelling things, seeing things, hearing things, feeling things or whatever, but not no dream shit. Especially bad stuff. I don't like seeing things like that. Like seeing planes like crash or people flying out of a plane or seeing an accident or seeing somebody die in my dreams. I don't really like all that stuff. And that used to happen to me a lot a couple years ago, and I begged for it to get turned off, and they did it. Like they don't really do it to me that often, unless it's like really significant. A lot of times they just fuck with me. They make me worry sometimes, but it's all in my mind. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But yeah. Anyway, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's been raining all day here, off and on. It's been a pain in the ass. I actually got an hour or two worth of work done today in between the rain. So at least I got something done today. Then I washed clothes, washed my dishes, I cooked, went to the grocery store. So I was pretty productive today, I would say, even though it rained all day. But I'm gonna go get my ass to bed. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, so I'll be here tomorrow. It's supposed to like rain in the morning tomorrow, so I don't know. I'll see if I'm here tomorrow at some point. I'll be around. I should be on tomorrow night as well because everybody's away, so it's just me all by myself with my doggy. So I have time. That's why I'm here now, and I was here earlier today. This is my second live today. All right, I'm out of here. Good night, love and life. It was good seeing you always. Ninja, good night. You're welcome. And thank you as well. Steven, take care. Good seeing you as well. Everybody have a good night and a good day tomorrow. And I should be here tomorrow. I want to be, so I should be. All right, good night. Take care.